Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Skoda, and you're in the office with Joseph Skoda as I come to you each and every week. And we're going to talk to you slightly about veterans issues because today is coming up on what we have is called Independence Day, the 4th of July. And many of us have different ideas what independence is and if we actually have it in the United States of America today. Sure, we have the freedom of speech, the freedom to bear arms, the freedom to go to work, to be realistic to you. But what does that mean? Do we really have that freedom? Or are we constantly looking in our back rearview mirror, trying to figure out if we're safe or not, to say what we're talking about, to give our opinion, or to even be who we really think we are here to be? Now, let's be realistic. Brotherhood or the government is watching us, even through we hear from time to time through our social media, through our cameras, our computer, our TVs. And we do need to be careful about what we talk about. So if we're always having to watch what we're talking about, who we're talking to, or who we're associated with, is that really freedom in America today? Now, that's a tricky situation because being a military veteran myself, I used to believe that everything I fought for, everywhere I went, everything I believed, due to the government or my superior officers telling me that this is the way it's going to be, I had to believe that we were always doing the right thing. I still believe that in most retrospect that we're doing the right thing. But I do have an issue that on the military installations, Vandenberg Air Force Base, Travis Air Force Base, England Air Force Base, I spend most of my time at Air Force bases because that's who I am. We are still selling and promoting goods and services from China. I don't have anything personally against China. We bought a lot of good products and some not so good. But the point is China, North Korea, Cuba, some other countries, Russia, are communist countries. Now, serving in the military for 21 years, I was taught, and I still believe, that our enemy, or at least our opposition, is communist countries. Sure, there's good and bad in every culture, in every country, in every nation around the world. There's good and bad. But why does the United States of America put communist country goods into our military installations? Most of our stuff, it says Air Force, Army, Navy, Marines, even Coast Guard, badges, emblems, T-shirts, the majority of it is still made in China. I have a huge problem with that. Sure, maybe Walmart or Kmart or some of the other local department stores, hey, it is what it is. We're looking for cheap labor, cheaper cost, so we can pass the savings on to our customers. But why on the United States military installation that we promote those communist products that we're fighting against? Why? And we've been doing it for not just the last 2 or 3 years, but for decades. And I believe it's getting worse and worse. I don't have anything personally against the North Koreans or the Chinese or the Russians or any other country, because there is good in most people. But as a military member, I am strongly opposed to buying an Air Force pen or T-shirt or hat that is made in the Republic of China. That saddens me, that pisses me off. I'm very angry about that because those are the people who are we kind of fighting against? We're pushing our democracy around the world. We're getting rid of socialism. We're getting rid of communism and other cultures and other governments because we believe in the majority rules. We believe in our way of life. And if you're in China, communism or socialism or whatever other nationality you belong in, you believe what you're doing is right. And you want to pass on to the rest of the world, like, hey, follow me. This is what we believe in. And we have good systems with good products, good services for you. But as a United States Air Force veteran, I have a huge problem that our military installations are selling, are promoting communist goods. I don't care how much it costs or doesn't cost or what's promised us in the long term. The bottom line is what is right, what is wrong. And hey, I spent over 10 years overseas. I love picking up trinkets from the Philippines, Okinawa, Saudi Arabia. That was great. That was even fun. I spent time in Panama and Korea and Germany and Turkey and blah, 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 blah. And that's fun to pick up trinkets, even little ideals from other countries. But that's the excitement of being in the military and traveling abroad where you can pick up those different things. But being here in the United States and picking up Persian rugs, picking up Chinese steel or other things, that should be a no-no. We have a lot of people in the United States of America that are seasoned, experienced, knowledgeable in creating our own steel, our own electricity, our own t-shirts, our own whatever. The problem is we all know is it costs a little bit more. But normally and usually the quality is a little bit better. And we need to promote the goods and services that Americans have to offer. Sure, who doesn't want a Cuban cigar or something from another country, even a Persian rug, which I've had once upon a time. We love to collect those trinkets, but it should not be brought into the mainstream of American culture. Each and every one of us has the opportunity to the best universities or the best colleges in the world, and even the best technology. Believe it or not, we all don't have to go to college to be smart and intellectual and learn about the world has to offer. The majority of us are born with something up here that we can make 6 figures or more each and every year, even if you do not have a college degree. I believe that very strongly. Read Rich Man, Poor Man, or Rich Dad, Poor Dad from Robert Kiyosaki, and you'll understand a little bit more about what we're capable of. Don't let one person, one culture, one ideal define who you are, because you and me are better than just to go and buy whatever the media tells us we need to believe. There are so many things out there. It's up to your obligation and mine to do our own research and to find out what made the United States of America great in the beginning. Sure, we have a poor history. We obviously took over from the Indians and killed a lot of innocent people. Sadly, we did. And as Americans, we try to find a way to make it up to the obviously the natural Americans and every other country that we came to invade over the last 100 years or so. Nothing's perfect. We've obviously had slaves and other things in our country that are less than acceptable, less than honorable. But that's the past. Today's 2018. Let's move on. Let's move forward and help everyone, even those that maybe we did wrong in the past. But we are a democratic society. Republican, Democrat, it's regardless. We need to keep the communism ideals out, the socialism ideals out, and we need to honor and respect Americans. Come into our country legally, don't try to change us, and we can all get along because everyone in the world has some input to make the world a better place. Come join us. Don't spread your communism views, but come join us and help make America great once again. This has been In the Office with Joseph Skoda, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Please leave your comments in my videos and go to social media shows to see if you can participate and possibly have a show of your own. Have yourself a great day. I look forward to hearing from you. Adios.